my speech. Okay, let's get started. Soften your knees. I want you to lift up and lengthen through your spine. Draw that belly button in. Relax your shoulders. Draw them down right here. Now, very gently, just reach down one thigh and lift up with the opposite elbow. We're doing this slowly. Make sure your knees are really bent for this one. And as you feel some mobility increase in that lower back, then you can draw down a little more. Think about your breathing. Nice shallow breath. Coming a little deeper. Can you reach down to that knee? Keep the chest open. Let's try four more. 4, 3, 2. Return to center. Nice long spine. Big inhale. Big exhale. Drop the shoulders again. Let's go to the other side. Very gentle reach to start. Just waking up that lower back. Waking up the side of the body. And lifting that elbow towards the ceiling as you reach down with the opposite arm. Now some of you are really flexible. So don't limit yourself because you see my knee stopping at my knee. If you can go further than your knee, go further than your knee. Wherever your body takes you this morning or whenever you're doing this recording. Feel that mobility. Let's try 4 more. 3, 2. We're going to return back to center right here. Lengthen up through that spine again. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now, I want you to draw your arms right into your waist, extend them out, and then draw them in. Reaching out to the corners and draw in. Reach out to the corners and draw in. Now, create space between your fingers. Palms facing forward, fingers far apart. Now, you're going to feel the engagement of the shoulders and the upper back. We are warming up that area. That's what you're doing. So as you draw in, you're creating some resistance and feeling the warmth coming into that upper back. Give me 4, 3, 2, and draw in, hold. Now relax the upper arm and slowly move that waist around in a semicircle. Side to side. Again, often our lower backs are quite tight, so you go as far as you feel comfortable. It's really important that your knees are strongly bent when you're doing this, and your feet are grounded into the floor. So my hip is facing forward. It is not moving. My lower body is anchored. All of the movement is coming from my waist and the rotation of my lower back. Feel the heat coming into those muscles and feel a little more flexibility. Now, you're going to keep the angle in your arms, but you're going to slowly start to lift them. Notice the angle of my arm. They're not all the way up. It's about midway between my waist and my shoulders. Now, notice how the mid-back is starting to rotate, and those muscles are getting activated. Now, slowly bring it all the way up, so now you're at shoulder length, or shoulder height, right here. Keeping the hands nice and tall, and again, you're rotating. Notice the difference in where the muscles are recruited along the spine. Your whole spine is activated, but you're feeling it a little more now in the mid and upper back. Now, I want you to start to reach with one arm. Reach and extend with one arm. It doesn't matter which one. That's it. Getting a little more of a rotation. Now, as you reach with one arm, you pull back with the other. So pull back with the elbow. Pull back with the elbow. Pull back with the elbow. Notice the difference when you do that? You're also feeling a nice expansion through your chest. 4, 3, 2, pull back and hold. 4, 3, 2. We're going to go to the other side. Reaching and pulling back with the bent elbow. So reaching with one arm, pulling back with that elbow. That's it. Feel the heat being drawn into those muscles. Feel the activation of your back. There you go, reaching forward. While you're doing this, your lower body is completely still. Your knees are bent, your belly button is pressed into your spine. Beautiful. Now can you draw back with that elbow just a little more? For 4, 3, 2, return to center, and gently release your arms all the way down, open and close, front and back, right here. Feel the shoulders, that's what we're doing. We're working the heads of the shoulders, front, middle, and back. Now, as you draw forward and back, you're gonna create a little tension with the pull in. Create that tension with the pull in. There you go. Keep the spine long, no forward flexion. Lift your head towards the ceiling. That's it. 4, 3, 2, last one, relax the arms down, and now step in with the legs. Keeping that nice long spine, relax your shoulders, relax your fingers, lots of tension in that forearm, release that tension, and just tapping forward. Now I want you to cross over with your heel. Just waking up those legs. Now we're going to recruit that lower abdomen a little bit, and you're going to track your knees forward. So I want you to lift up and bring your knee forward. Lift up, and when you place it down softly. So you're maintaining control of that movement the whole time. Now, if you're able to, can you draw that knee a little higher? Yes, nice. Shoulders are down. Nice and high. Now, I want you to lower the knees a little bit, just about hip height. And now you're going to angle the knee to the corner. And it looks quite goofy. Don't worry about what it looks like. We're activating that hip flexor. Do you feel it? Warming up that area. Now, 4 to the side, 4 to the front, right here. 4, 3, 2, the side, 4, 3, 2, the front, lift, side. Now hold it on the front, hold it right here. Hold it and let it drop down, and bring it to a march. Pump your arms. Now I want you to create tension as you pull back with the arm. So it's not just a movement. I want you to think about what you're doing. I want you to create tension on the pull back with the arms. Now with your legs, can you bring those knees a little higher? So feel that body warming up. Yes, right here. Now, keep those legs coming up and down, but take them apart. Up and down, but take them apart. There you go. Now relax the arms, focus on your legs. In and out, in and out. Now, we've warmed up the back. We're gonna now start doing forward flexion. When you bring your body forward, I want you to really think about drawing your belly button in. So now when you take your legs out, we're gonna go slowly out. You're gonna drop down, and then you're gonna bring it in. Drop down and forward, and then bring it in. Drop down and forward, bring it in. There you go. Here you go. Hands in front, low and lift, low and lift. I'm gonna go sideways. Watch my spine. It drops forward and lifts up. Drops forward, lifts up. Drops forward, lifts up. That's it. If you ever want to warm up quickly, this is a good one. Coming deep as you drop forward. Down, lift, down, lift. Make sure that spine is moving. Make sure that core is activated. 4, 3, 2, holding center, and just lightly marching. Yes, your heart rate is up. Yes, you should be breathing hard. Now we're gonna do exactly the same, but change our lead leg. So out and in, nice and easy to start. Just get that pattern. Remember your focus when you take your legs wide and come low is bringing that spine closer to the floor. Bringing your body into forward flexion. Ready? 3, 2, 1, ready here. So low and lift, low and lift, low and lift, low and lift. Draw that belly button in. Yes, drop, 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 drop. Here's a challenge for you. Can you bring the upper body parallel to the floor? Parallel to the floor, parallel to the floor, parallel, parallel, parallel. 4, 3, 2, holding up and marching out. Nice work. We're doing that movement for a reason. When we go into Tabta, we're going to be moving that spine a whole lot. I want it to be strong. I want it to be flexible. And I want it to be ready. Now, we're going to open and close. Open and close. Now, when you open, rotate the hip. That's it. Open and close. Remember this warm-up one that we did? Again, there's a reason for it. Want those hip flexors to be flexible and warmed up. Now, we're going to add the hard part. When you step back, you're going to come into forward flexion. So forward flexions here. Open, open, draw back. Open, open, draw back. Do it with me. Draw the hip back. Open, open, drop low. I'm going to go sideways. Open, open, drop low. Ready? Open, open, drop low. Open, open, drop low. Now the lower you go, the more intense it's going to be. You're going to modify and do what works for you. Make sure you're moving your spine. Open, tall, and now drop back. Open, tall, and drop back. Open, tall, 4, 3, 2, and 1 right here. Again, nice lifting up through the spine. Engage that core. We're going to do the opposite side. Ready? Opposite leg. Open, open, close. Pick up the tempo a little bit. You know exactly what you're going to do. Now you can take it much slower if you like. So feel free to do that. Remember, we're going to start hinging from the waist, recruiting that core. Ready? Open, open, back. Open, open, back. That's it. Drop, drop. Move your bottom to the wall. Hinging from the waist. Dropping nice and low. Now, can you bring the upper body close to being parallel with the floor? Okay, keep going. Now, when I go back, I'm going to draw right back, and my body's going to be hinged forward, and I'm almost going to be parallel. So it's open, draw back, open, draw back. 4, 3, 2, and 1 right here. March it up. Nice work. All right, legs apart. Lifting up through that spine. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bring the legs together. March it out. All right, that's our warm-up. We're going to go right into Tabta. Just a quick review. 8 exercises in total. We spend 4 minutes on each exercise. Feel free to modify wherever you need to. I'm also going to add little components that might make it a little more challenging for you as we go along. All right, let's get ready. Have a quick drink of water.
Connect with you. Shelley's iPad.
Here we go. Grab your heavier weights. We're going to do a narrow squat and a forward lunge. One side. So here we go. Narrow squat, draw the hip back, lift up, one leg, right or leg, doesn't matter. Stay on the same side. Narrow squat, draw up, lunge forward. Narrow squat, knees forward, draw up, lunge forward, and take that 10-second break. Ready for the other side? Your knees are about hip distance apart. Ready? Draw the hip back, narrow squat. Drop back deep, deep, deep into that squat. Then lift up and opposite leg. Lunge forward, come back, narrow squat, lunge forward. Keep that spine long. Keep that core recruited. Take that break. We're doing bicep curls with the arms. Keep control. Ready? Switching over to the other side. Here we go. Draw the hip back. Narrow squat. Lift up. Lunge forward. Narrow squat. Lunge forward. Make sure your knee is over your toe when you lunge forward. So check that position. Check that body alignment. March it out. You'll notice I'm going quite slowly. I want to recruit and load my muscles. Shoulders down, chest open. Ready? Other side. Narrow squat. Draw the hip low, low, low. Lift and lunge. Draw the hip back. Forward flexion. Remember we did that? We're doing it here. Bring the hip low, 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 low. Drive up with the quads. Lunge forward. Come back. March it out. Ready for the other side. Shoulders down. Use your breath. Here we go. Narrow squat. Drive up. Lunge forward. Knee over toe. Long spine the entire time. Lifting up through that spine. That's it. Nice work. We're going for controlled movement. Come back. March it out. Ready? Recruit that core. Can you come a little deeper into that narrow squat? Let's try. Just a little lower. Little lower. Now drive up with your quads. Lunge forward. Shoulders back. Drop the hip low, 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 low. Drive up with your quads. Lunge forward. Come back. Drop down. Lift. Lunge. Back. March it up. We've got 2 more to go. I'm going to go sideways this time. Ready? Narrow squat. Notice my hips draw back and go really deep. Then I power up with my quads. And I lunge forward, knee over toe. Draw back, drive up, lunge forward, knee over toe. 1 more. Draw back, drive up, knee over toe. March it up. Other side. Ready? Shoulders down. This is the last one. Narrow squat. Lift up, lunge forward. Narrow squat, lift up, lunge forward. Narrow squat, lift up, lunge forward. March it up. Now with the arms, you're going to do straight arm lifts. So if you need to go to a lower weight, go ahead. We're going to do a wide squat and a reverse lunge. So here's my wide squat right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down. I'm going to draw up and take one leg. And then I'm going to drop back and back to center. Drop down, come up, leg goes back, back to center. Drop down, draw up, reverse lunge, back to center, march it up. Got it? All right, wide stance. Lift the arms as you draw the hip back, recruit that core deep, deep, deep. Draw up. And then take one leg back into reverse lunge and come back into the wide squat. Drop down, draw up, reverse lunge, wide, drop down, up, reverse lunge, center, march it out. Ready for the other side. Toes to the corner. Drop down, drive up, leg goes back, wide stance, squat, reverse lunge, squat, reverse lunge. March it up. Really effective for that lower body. Wide stance now, ready for that squat. Knees to the corner, lift your arms about shoulder height. So drive down, lift up, and leg back, center, squat, reverse lunge. Squat. Reverse lunge. And march in the center. Yes, it's challenging, for sure. Wide stance, ready? Recruit that core. Arms shoulder height. So wide squat. Drive up, leg back, load, load, load. Wide stance. Wide squat. Drive up, reverse lunge. Wide stance, one more. Down, lift, reversed, and up. You're gonna notice your balance is also really being challenged. So if it helps, find a spot on the floor or the front of you and focus. So draw down, lift up. Here's where the balance comes in. Yeah. Low, drive up, balance. Wide, drive up, balance. Nice work. March it out. Give me two more. Wide stance. Recruit that core. It's going to help you with your balance. Let's go. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. March it out. You've got one more. Wide stance, recruit that core, drop your shoulders. Ready? Here we go. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. One more. Squat, lift, reverse lunge. Beautiful job. Now, go to lighter weights. We're going into our sumo squat. So knees rotated to the corner, really wide stance, drop down, draw up with the inner thigh. Drop down, draw up with the inner thigh. Keep that spine long. Keep that core activated. Squeezing the inner thigh. Come back to center, step it in. We're leaving our weights for the first two that we do. So you're really focused. Really wide stance, come a little deeper this time, and then drive up, quads and inner thigh. Drop deeper and drive up. Now, often when we go deeper, we come more into forward flexion. I want you to keep the chest open and your spine long. One more. Lift up, step it in. Now we're gonna work on triceps at the same time. Wide stance, knees to the corner. Now as you go down, you're gonna lift up with the arms here. Now extend out as you draw up. Draw in, out, in, out, in, out. Shoulders down, all the movement from the lower arm. Upper arm is nice and still. And then drop the arms there, step it in. You got it. Nice wide stance. Knees to the corner. Remember, we're gonna come nice and low. So draw down, low, 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 low. That's it. Now, up, up, up. Are you pressing that belly button into your spine? Do you feel the contraction in the tricep, the upper arm? Last one, draw the arms down, step it in. This time I want you to go a little deeper into that sumo squat. Ready? So draw up, and now go a little deeper. Yes, from here. Extend all the way, drop down. Extend all the way, drop down. That's it. Now, as you come up, focus on the inner thigh and your glutes. Squeeze the glutes right here. Drop down, step it in. All right, nice and wide. Activate that core, center your arms. Ready? Pull up, drop down. Drop down a little more. Now, extend, use your glutes and the inner thigh. Down and lift. down and extend. Nice. Shoulders are down. Core is activated. Out, draw in, step it in. You have 2 more. Rotate, center the arms, drop 1, drop 2. Now pull up, ready? Out and in, out and in. That's it. Lengthen the legs, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, release, step it in. 1 more to go. Try to come a little deeper in this one. Ready? Activate the core. Lift up. Come a little deeper. Now all the way up and bend. All the way up and bend. All the way up and bend. From here, we're going to go to our half burpee. That's our next exercise. Exercise number 4. So release your weights. I'm going to go through this slowly with you for the first one. All right, so here's our first one. Wide stance. Draw your hip back. Activate your core. Place your hands firmly on the floor. Take one leg back. Then the other leg back into a plank. One leg forward. Other leg forward. Drive up using your legs. So it's down, back, back, forward, forward, drive up. That's option 1. If you like that option, that's the one you should do. Here's your second option. Ready? 1 movement all the way down. 1 movement all the way back into a plank. 1 movement all the way forward, driving up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Option number 2. If you like that one, that's the one I want you to do. Here's your third option. We're going to add a little jump. Ready? So here it goes. Up, down, back, up, down, back, jump, down, back, jump, down, back, jump, down, back, coming up. You can mix them up. You can choose one. Let's do it. I'm choosing option 2. But you choose which one works for you. Down, back, drive up with your legs. Down, plank, drive up with your legs. Down, plank, up. Walk it out. 4 more to go. All right, wide stance, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping that core activated the whole time, keeping your hips stable, particularly in that lower back area. Ready? 1, 2, 3, up. 1, stable, up, stable, up, stable, up. Step it in. 2 more to go. Keep that lower back strong. Keep that belly tucked in. Ready? Wide, low squat. Drive down, extend. Forward, drive up with your legs. I don't even need my arms. Down, back, forward, don't need my arms. Down, back, forward, don't need my arms. 1 more. Up, step it in. Feeling your glutes a little too, aren't you? Last one right here. Wide stance. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try not to use momentum. Use power. Slow it down. come up. Drink of more water. We're going to our mats. We're going to do our pike tucks. Come into plank position. Here's our plank. Now, draw the hip up into a pike. Draw the hips as high as you can. And now as you come forward, draw one knee floated above the mat through your arms. Back into pike. Draw your knee forward. Back into pike. Draw your knee forward. One more. Back into pike. Draw your knee forward. Take a mini break. Child's pose. Ready? Plank position. Pike, lift up, recruit that core. Draw one knee through and lift up. Draw the other knee through and lift up. Draw through and up. Are you noticing the activation of your forearm and your shoulders? I think you are. Drop and come back. Obviously, we're working our core, but notice how much your shoulders and your forearm are activated. Ready? Draw the hip up. Draw through. Up. Through. Slow it down. Let the muscles recruit. Take away your momentum. Limit that momentum. Lift up. Drop. Little break. All right, back. Plank position. Ready? Strong and stable. Draw up. Through. Up. Through. Up. Through. Up. Through. Up. Through. One more. Up. Through. Come back. Now, we're going to make it a little harder. You're going to draw through with your knee and hold. Ready? Plank position. Pike. Lift, lift, lift. Take one leg. Draw through. Hold. Just hold it. Now, take it a little further forward so you're on your tiptoes of your back leg. Hold. Hold. Yes. It really is that tough. Draw back. Drop your knees. Stretch out. Don't worry, I'm feeling it too. Come back. Plank position. Ready? Draw up. Lengthen that spine. Now, opposite leg. Draw through and hold. Feel the power of your shoulders, your forearm, and your core. Hold. Now, bring that knee just a little further so that the toes, tippy toes on the back leg. All right, come back to plank, drop, and stretch back. Can you give me two more of those? Come on, let's go. Plank, pike, draw through and hold. That's it, beautiful. Now, go a little further forward. Right on your tiptoes. Pull that belly button in. I know it's intense, hold. Back to plank, drop your knees, and pull back. In case you haven't noticed, you have been working your core right from the warm-up. You have not stopped. Draw your hip up. Now, draw through with the opposite leg and hold. Hold right here. Now, come even further forward. Hover, 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 hover. Yes, yes, yes. Plank, release, come back. Now, from here, we're going to mountain climbers. If your wrists are bothering you, grab weights. And rather than flexing the wrists, you can keep them strong. So, back to plank. Mountain climbers, drawing in and back, in and back, in and back. Feel free to pick up the tempo. Try to keep your hips as square to the mat as you can. Recruit that core. Now release, drop your knees, come back. We're going to alternate. Your next one is going to be a plank saw. So come into your plank right here. Then draw up onto your toes and come back. Plank saw. Forward on your toes and then draw back through the heel. On your toes and then through the heel. On your toes, through the heel, come back into child's pose. Next one, mountain climbers. Ready? Back to your plank. Mountain climbers, here we go. Draw in and place back. Choose your tempo. Keep that core strong. Notice the power in that upper body. Come back. Stretch, we're going into our plank saw. Ready? Starting with the plank, right here. Hips square to the floor, look slightly in front of you and look down at your mat. Now, on your toes, draw forward and then draw back with the heel. Moving your body forward and back slowly and with lots of control. And yes, your arms should be really fatigued. Drop down, stretch back. Lots and lots of upper body work. The good news is we're going to bridges after this. I'm giving you a break. Plank. Ready? Mountain climbers. We're on our 6th exercise, and this one is a combo. Mountain climbers and plank saws. Come back, stretch out. All right, back to that plank. Ready? On your tiptoes, draw back with your heel. On your tiptoes, draw back with your heel. Tiptoes, heel, tiptoes, heel. On a nice straight plane, forward and back. Drop the knees, stretch back. Your shoulders and your arms should be really fatigued. You've got 2 more. Stay with it. Come back to plank. This is the last mountain climber. Think about that nice shallow breathing. Keep your focus on your form. Square out your hips. Draw in with your belly button. Look at your mat and slightly in front of you. Come back down. We're going to do the last saw. Ready? I know you're really sad to hear that. Come up. Plank. On your tiptoes, draw back with your heel. On your tiptoes, draw back with your heel. Tiptoes, heel. Feel the recruitment in your arms and your shoulder. Draw that belly button in. All right, place your weights to the side if you were using them. Come onto your back. We're going into figure 4 bridges. You're going to take one leg above your knee angle to the corner, creating a 4, and then drive up with your hip and tap down. Drive up and tap down. This feels like a vacation, doesn't it? Your arms are finally relaxed. Draw up and release. Place the foot on the floor. Other leg comes up, crosses over. Keep the knee to the corner. Keep your hip open. Heel firmly into the mat. Drive up, lift up towards the ceiling, and just tap. Drive up and tap. Draw the hip as close to the ceiling as you can. We're looking for some height and an arch in that lower back. Give me one more. Arch that lower back, lift up with the glutes, and release. Switch over to the other side. Ready? Now bring that heel a little closer to your glutes and draw the knee away from the hip as you lift up and then drop down. Draw the knee away from the hip as you lift up and tap down. Draw away, that's it, and tap down. Feel the recruitment of your glutes as you drive up and then release down. Place the leg on the floor, other leg crosses over. Keep that knee open. Bring the heel closer to your glutes. Ready? Draw up, create a nice strong arch, and then tap. Draw up, that's it, and tap. Draw up, and tap. Draw up, and release. Now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna extend one leg, flex your foot. You're gonna draw up through your heel. The other heel is really close to your butt. Ready? So lift up with one leg, tap down, draw up, tap down. Fire up your hamstrings, fire up your glutes, and drive that heel towards the ceiling, getting as much height as you can. And release. Nice work. Extend the opposite leg. Now, flex your foot. We're drawing that heel towards the ceiling. Ready? Exhale, drive up and tap. Drive right up and tap. Drive right up and tap. Lift as high as you can and tap. Feel the power of your glutes and hamstrings. Give me one more. Up, tap. This time draw both knees into your chest. We've got two more. Ready? Extend, draw up and tap. Draw all the way up and tap. That's it. Come on. Lift a little higher. Just a little higher. That's it. Release, draw both knees into the chest. This is the last one. Now, flex your foot and get ready to drive up with your glutes. Ready? Here we go. Drive up and tap. Drive up and tap. Drive up and tap. We're gonna go right into our push-ups. So you're gonna flip over again. Do your push-ups from your knees or with your legs extended. Up to you. Now draw the knees into the chest, roll up. Quick turnaround, push-ups. Hands a little wider than your shoulders. On your knees, dropping down, pressing up. Recruit that core. Draw your belly button into your spine. Now we're gonna alternate push-ups with knee taps. I'll show you what knee taps are. All right, next movement, you come into a plank and you draw one leg forward and you're gonna tap underneath that knee. So, right here, plank, one leg forward, tap, plank, same leg forward, tap, plank. Leg forward, tap, plank. Forward, tap, plank. Forward, tap, plank. Come back for a break. We're going back into push-ups, so we're going to alternate between those two exercises. Knees or toes for push-ups. Ready? Draw your belly button in. Nice shallow breathing. We're on our last set of exercises. Stay with me. Keep that focus. Squaring out your hips. Come back. Now we're going to go back into our plank position and we're going to draw forward with the opposite leg. So here we are in plank. We're going to take one leg forward. We're going to load that leg, tap underneath, and go back to plank. Leg forward, load it, tap, back. Forward, tap, back. Forward, tap, back. One more. Forward, tap, back. Take a little break. Back to push-ups. Ready? Here we go. Looking down at your mat, drawing that belly button into your spine. Slow, controlled movement. One more. Nice work. Little stretch. Maybe grab a little water. Going back to that plank. Ready? Opposite leg now. Plank position. Draw the foot forward, get stable, and then tap. Take your leg back. Bring your foot forward, transfer your weight over, tap. So, doesn't matter how slow you go. Make sure you're stable before you tap. And then you come back. One more. forward, stable, tap, back, take a little break. Back to push-ups. Here we go. Almost there, you guys. Almost there. One more. Nice work. This is the last exercise. All right, come forward. Actually, second to last. Plank position. Hinge, lunge forward, tap. Plank, same leg, transfer, tap. Plank, leg forward, tap. You're gonna find it a little easier now because your body can predict where to load. Oh, looks like we are done. Fantastic. Now, before you go anywhere, this is not part of the Tabata, but I do want you to just have this exercise in your wheelhouse. We're going to combine your push-up with that knee tap, okay? Push-up and knee tap. So it does require you to do full extension with your legs. So let's try it. Come into your plank. So we're going to go forward, tap, back, push up. Same leg. Forward, tap, back, push up. Same leg. Forward, tap, back, push up. Same leg. Forward, tap, push up. Hold. Hold your plank. Come back, stretch. All right, now we're gonna do the other side. So start with your push-up. Ready? Come back into your plank. Wide arms, wide arms. Now, push up, lunge, tap. Push up, lunge, tap. Push up, lunge, tap. One more. Lunge, tap. Hold, hold. Release, child's pose. Beautiful job, you guys. I just wanted you to learn that. We'll start bringing that into the Tabata, but I wanted you to know that that's an option for you. Excuse the loudness. You're gonna lie flat onto your mat, and you're gonna have some water right now. I'm gonna close my door. Oh, peace again. All right, lying on your back. Make sure you've had some water. Just focus on your breathing right now. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Allow that body just to settle in, to relax. Great work, everyone. Place your hands where your hips are. Right here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You work really hard. You deserve this little mini break because you know it's not going to last long, so just soak it in. All right. I want you to bend one leg and then the other leg. And I want you to create a little arch in the lower back. So we call that a neutral spine. Now, if you have back issues, you can get a pillow or a towel, roll it up and place it in that lower back area. So you have the opportunity to do that now if you have access to it. Otherwise, just maintain that nice curve in the lower back and keep that curve. You're gonna take one leg and you're gonna have it directly above your hip, right here. Check your position. Now, this is key. When you lift the other leg, I don't want you to push your back into the mat. I want you to keep that curve, that neutral spine. Now lift the other leg. That's it. Beautiful. Now you have that spine and your lower back is already activated. You feel it. Now, draw your belly button into your spine. There you go. And feel the activation of the lower part of the abdomen. Now, you're just going to float one leg just above the floor. Keep the angle and then draw up. Float the other leg just above the floor and draw up. So slow is better. Slow, slow, slow. That's it, beautiful. Now let's think about our breathing. Exhale as you drop down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Now, if this feels challenging to you, stay right here, alternating your legs. We're going to make it a little harder. We're going to take both legs together, maintain the angle that you have created, and draw back. So don't extend the legs. You're creating the same angle as you drop down and draw up. Drop down and draw up. Also, make sure when you draw back up, your knees are directly above your hip. So don't start bringing your knees closer to your chest. Keep that tension in the lower abs, your transverse. Create the activation in your lower back. Maintain that posture. That's it, beautiful. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Looks so easy if you were to see someone doing this until you do it. This is the last one right here. Draw in now. Draw your knees into your chest. Press that lower back into the mat and feel the release. This should feel really good. Now keep one knee in and extend the opposite leg. Reach as far as you can. Keep it above the floor and feel a nice release through the hip flexor. Right here. This should feel good. If you like, you can place your heel on the floor. You don't have to have it float. I actually find I get more of a stretch if I float. Now let's switch over. Other knee comes in and fully extend that other leg. That's it. This should feel really good. Feel the opening of that hip. Lower back pressed into the mat. Bring the other knee in so both knees are really tightly into your chest. Now I want you to curve the lower back and lift the buttocks away from your mat. And feel the stretch in your lower back. Nice work. Place one leg on the floor. Place the other leg on the floor. Relax your arms. Now, we're going to extend one leg all the way up to the ceiling. And keep your foot neutral. Don't point it or flex it. Just keep it neutral and relax. Now, I want you to bring it to the same height as the other knee. So your knees are crossed. One leg is extended and length. And the other foot is on the floor, right here. Now, place your hands next to your hip and float them above the mat. You're just going to roll up your shoulders. And you're going to lift as high as you're able to. And then you're going to slowly come down. Very easy. Roll up, reach, 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 reach as far as you can, and roll down. Exhale up, reach, reach, reach as far as you can, and roll down. One more, roll up, lift as high as you can, and roll down, and take a pause. Now, this time, you're going to roll up, you're going to reach a little further, and you're going to hold and isolate. And I want you to have nice shallow breathing. Don't hold your breath. Ready? Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift. Shh. Hold. Exhale, lift again. Shh. Hold. Now I want you to hold right here and just pulse. Now feel free to release when you need to, but I want you to hold as long as you can. Just pulse. Hands near the hip. Feel that recruitment. Beautiful. Now, take that long leg, keep your shoulders up, and drop it just above the floor. Do the same movement. That's it, beautiful, hold. Perfect. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the shoulders, draw the knee into the chest, draw the other knee into the chest, rocking side to side. Beautiful job. Really, really good. You're like, it didn't feel good. Okay, it was hard work, I know. All right. Now, the leg that you have extended is now firmly on the floor. Ground that foot into the floor. Now, extend the other leg all the way to the ceiling. Then drop the leg so one knee is directly across from the other. You're maintaining that position. Okay? Hips are square. Small little arch in the lower back. Now, exhale up. You know what to do? Shh. And release down. Exhale up. Shh. And release down. Exhale up. Shh. And release down. Last one. Roll up. And release down. Hold. Now, this one. Lift up. Hold. Lift up further. Hold. And pulse. Ready? Big inhale. Lift up 1. Shh. Lift up again. Shh. Pulse. Nice shallow breathing. You're not holding your breath. Pulse, 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 pulse. That's it. Try to relax your shoulders. Keep holding. Now, lower that leg and let it hover just above the floor. Keep pulsing. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee into your chest. Draw the other knee into the chest. Rock side to side. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? Great work, everyone. How's our time? Oh boy, we better start stretching. You're like, thank goodness. All right, hold it center. Come all the way up. Now, turn your body around. Don't panic. We're not going into plank, even though we've done lots of plank. We're going to come into all fours. Draw your belly button into your spine. Think about lifting your head away from your shoulders and looking at your mat. Now, we're going to lunge forward right here. Bring the knee directly above your heel and then just lift up the back leg right here. Feel a wonderful stretch in your hip flexor. Remember we did these when we were tapping underneath? It's very similar, lunging forward right here. Now, in this position, just think about dropping your hip down a little closer to the mat, just a little bit, and feeling a wonderful stretch through that hip flexor. You're also stretching your quadriceps in the back leg and your hamstrings in the front leg. That's why we call it a runner's stretch. Now, drop your knee down to the floor and lift the lower leg up. Now, for some of you, that's plenty. You can't do any more, so hold it here. If you have the flexibility, reach around, grab hold of your heel, and draw that heel towards your butt. If you don't have the flexibility, then you don't grab your heel. You just lift and bend at the knee. Whatever one works for you. When you do this, you're going to notice a much more intense stretch, particularly through your hip flexor. Now, release that leg, curl your toes under, and come back into your runner stretch right here. Now, come back to plank position. You knew I had to throw in one more plank. Opposite leg, draw in, drop the hip down, and feel a great stretch. You can create tent fingertips if you want. That might help you with your balance. Recruit that core. Now, if you can, drop the hip just a little closer to your mat. Feel a wonderful stretch. You have the option to stay here if you prefer not to bend your knee. We're going to bend our knee, drop it to the floor, Draw the lower leg up, stay here, or if you're able to, reach back. It's not unusual to have one leg tighter than the other. Right now, my hamstring on this leg is saying, no thanks, so I'm coming out of it. My other leg was fine, this leg doesn't like it, so I'm coming out of it. But if you have access and you're able to do that, then go ahead and do it. And now release it, bring it all the way down. Come back into your plank position right here. Step forward with one foot, step forward with the other foot. Now, come into a narrow squat. Remember, this is where we started with our narrow squats. Place one hand on the thigh and the other hand on the thigh. Drive up with your legs. With your legs. Come up. We're just gonna inhale and exhale, and you're almost done, okay? Take your legs apart, right here. Inhale. Exhale. Take one arm across. I really want to stretch out those arms. I don't want to leave your arms tight. Bend at the elbow, draw back. Keep those knees nice and soft. Always recruiting that core. Draw your belly button in. Relax the arm, other side. Press back. Bend the elbow, press just a little further. Release, roll the shoulders back. One more deep inhale. One more big exhale. And fantastic job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a great day, or if you're doing this in the evening, have a good sleep. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Great to see you, Catherine. Stay well, my friends.